In this video, we will discuss the pathological features of hemochromatosis. And as hemochromatosis is a disease characterized by deposition of iron in the tissues. So the first point about morphological features is that which organs or tissues are those that are most affected by hemochromatosis. So the most important or most common organs affected by hemochromatosis are liver, pancreas, myocardium, and other endocrine glands. So liver is the most affected organ in hemochromatosis, followed by pancreas and myocardium, and lastly other endocrine glands such as pituitary, thyroid gland or adrenal gland are also affected in hemochromatosis. Now as liver is the most affected organ in hemochromatosis, so we will focus on the morphological changes in liver in cases of hemochromatosis. So the keywords are iron deposition in liver ultimately ends up in fibrosis. So the story is that in hemochromatosis there is deposition of iron in the liver, and this iron damages the hepatocytes, and the end result of all this is fibrosis. So the first keyword is iron deposition in liver, which is characterized by golden yellow hemosiderin granules in the cytoplasm. You know that iron is stored in the tissues in the form of a pigment called hemosiderin. So in hemochromatosis also, these golden yellow hemosiderin granules will be visible in cytoplasm. And these golden yellow hemosiderin granules can be stained by a special stain known as Prussian blue stain. Through this stain, the hemosiderin granules will appear blue. Now the pattern of deposition of this iron is such that this iron deposition starts from the periportal hepatocytes. So you know there is a hepatocytic lobule. In the center of hepatocytic lobule there is central vein, and at the corners of hepatocytic lobule there are portal tracts. So this iron deposition first occurs in those hepatocytes that are in the periportal position. Then as the condition progresses, this deposition of iron occurs in the rest of lobule, in the mid lobule or in the center of lobule. And along with hepatocytes, this deposition of iron also occurs in Kupffer cells and bile duct epithelium. So remember this point, that this iron deposition is initially in periportal hepatocytes, then it progresses to the rest of lobules, and then it progresses to other cell types also, that are Kupffer cells and bile duct epithelium. The second keyword is that this iron deposition ultimately ends up in fibrosis. So you will see fibrosis between portal tracts. For example, if this is a hepatocytic lobule, and here at the corners these are portal tracts, so you will see fibrotic tissue between adjacent portal tracts. And ultimately, when the fibrosis progresses further, it can ultimately end into the cirrhosis. Now as far as the gross features of liver in hemochromatosis are concerned, then in initial stages of hemochromatosis, the liver appears slightly enlarged and chocolate brown. Why it appears slightly enlarged and chocolate brown? Because there is deposition of iron in the liver which makes it chocolate brown. And at further or later stages, you see cirrhosis in an intensely pigmented liver. You know that in microscopic features we studied that iron deposition ultimately ends up into fibrosis. This fibrotic and cirrhotic liver can be seen on the background of intense pigmentation. Now other than liver, the pancreas will also be affected by hemochromatosis, and this iron deposition in pancreas will cause pigmented appearance of pancreas. And as the deposition of iron in the pancreatic cells is destroying the cells, so you will see atrophy of the pancreas. Thirdly, just like you see cirrhosis in the liver, you will see diffuse interstitial fibrosis in the pancreas also. Then myocardium is also affected in a form of pigmented appearance and fibrosis. Now the skin of the patients of hemochromatosis appears slate grey, and this slate grey appearance of skin in hemochromatosis is due to the combination of two factors. First factor is the deposition of iron or hemosiderin in the tissues of skin, and second is excessive melanin production induced by this deposition of iron. So due to the hemosiderin and excessive melanin, the skin appears slate grey in color. Lastly, the joints can also be affected in the form of synovitis, or hemochromatosis can also lead to the deposition of calcium pyrophosphate deposits that can create pseudo gout. So the main thing to learn in hemochromatosis is the morphological changes in liver. So let me revise. In hemochromatosis, iron deposition in liver ultimately ends up in fibrosis. Iron deposition in liver means that you will see golden yellow hemosiderin granules in cytoplasm, and they can be stained blue on Prussian blue stain. And this iron deposition is initially in the periportal hepatocytes, then it progresses into the center of lobule, and when it is progressing towards the center of lobule, it starts to affect other cells also, that are Kupffer cells and bile duct epithelium. Finally, this fibrosis appears initially as fibrotic bands between the adjacent portal tracts, and ultimately this ends up in cirrhosis. So this concludes the pathological features of hemochromatosis.